Welcome back to another episode of the Small Business Innovation Podcast, powered by the Delaware division. I'm so happy right now, Steve. Powered by the Delaware Small Business Chamber, where we connect all the dots between entrepreneurs, access to capital, impact. I'm your host, Ivan Thomas, and I have my main man here,
Stephen Johnson, the one they call.
Today's episode is all about money and funding, but not just money, smart money, mission-driven money, and money that works for your business. We're talking about building real financial partnerships that support growth, not just loans with strings attached, because we don't do strings around here. Joining me are two amazing capeless superheroes, two powerhouse guests from Del One Federal Credit Union, a name trusted by so many in Delaware. We've got Laura Wisler, commercial loan officer, and next to her, her champion, remember Wonder Twins? Remember Wonder Twins? Remember that? Her Wonder Twin, John Chartrand, Chief Banking Officer, here to share insights on what is really good when it comes to funding and how to grow your business and build amazing relationships with financial institutions. With that said, welcome. Thank you. All right, so rule number one, we're going to start off like this. Okay. I'm going to start with you ladies first. Your favorite quote. Yeah.
So I'm paraphrasing.
Okay.
And it's about how you doesn't matter how much money you make, doesn't matter about your title, doesn't matter about anything. It matters how you treat people, because that is what they remember.
Yeah.
Maya Angelou. Yeah. So since she took mine, I'll use
something from the One
I
Twins.
think one of America's greatest poets, Will I Am, is
I love him.
you work 9 to 5 on reality and 5 to 9 on your dream.
Damn.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yep.
Steve?
I don't have one right now. I'm too excited.
Why are you excited, bro?
I'm too excited
You want
because
to jump in?
I have like 89 million questions for you two.
All right,
All right,
before you go, let's give a shout out to our sponsors.
Go ahead, bro.
All right.
Go ahead.
Sponsor number one, the Delaware Small Business Chamber. If you're looking for a tribe, if you're a business owner, if you're one of those business owners that out of them 600 we just sent a text message to, you want to be a part of something that's great, the Delaware Small Business Chamber is the tribe that you need. We're talking about resources out the wazoo that will help you run your business. All right, next one, we'd like to give a special shout out to our other sponsor, Dart Transit. If you are looking to go, say this summer, they did it this summer, right? You can actually catch a bus down to the beach.
Yep.
So if you're looking to get down to the beach and save a lot of money, a ton of money on gas, go ahead and contact Dart, because Dart is moving you forward. Mm-hmm. Who you got, bro?
Keith Greenwich, friend of the program, Greenwich Exterminating. Once again, with the weather heating up, we know pest control is going to be a big deal for many of us. Y'all reach out to Keith Greenwich with Greenwich Exterminating. That's GreenwichX.com. Again, that's GreenwichX.com. Get yourself 10% off using discount code DETV28.
All right, I love it. You got one more?
Yes. Our final sponsor of the day is Fluent Foreigner. Shout out to their founder, principal owner, Mr. Thenard Valentin. This is one of his hats right here. You can see it with Dartley. Timing is everything.
I love it.
Yes.
I love it. All right, you
FluentForeigner.com.
You ready?
Yes.
I'm going to let you go first.
Yes. Now, before we even start, I need y'all to stop what you're doing and share this program with somebody who needs to hear it, an aspiring entrepreneur or a seasoned entrepreneur, because we have a really valuable discussion that we're going to have with these two individuals this evening.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll start by just asking, you guys have a really, really robust suite of lending products and services. Can you just start off by giving us a taste, just a small sample of what you offer?
Sure. So depending on what small business is looking for, we offer anything from lines of credit to commercial vehicles to any kind of lending need. Let's talk about it. Mm-hmm. So I try and find a way to yes through any of our programs. Those are powered by our partnership with the Division of Small Business and their state small business credit initiative funds, those federal dollars that they are trying to burn through. So we're one of the lending partners that they work with.
The Federal Home Loan Bank.
Oh, Federal Home Loan Bank, yeah.
Banking on Business.
SBA.
And the Banking on Business, Inclusion and Equity program. And then Small Business Administration. Of course, we also have our portfolio of loan products. We do business credit cards. We do term loans, real estate loans. We have a full suite of business products on the lending side, the deposit side too, because that's as critical as having access to liability capital. So
one of my questions is, because do you find it really hard, or are you having a problem getting, let me say it like this, in the Black and brown community, right? We weren't really raised on getting a loan. We were taught the loan was of the devil, right? And pull it out the muscle. Like what efforts are you making to show like the Black and brown community, like, hey, come on, we're gonna work with you. You know what I mean? Because a lot of the stuff that when before was hidden from the Black and brown community. But what I see between you guys and like the Division of Small Business, that you're really making an effort to make the playing field even, you know, across every ethnicity here.
Sure, and I think, so before I joined the team at Del One, I was a member of the Division of Small Business. So I have a lot of resource partners that know me from my time there, and their reach, I'm using everybody's reach, right? So they know what we have and what we bring to the table and who we serve. Right. And I think that is a question that everyone should be asking. Who do you serve? Right. Who do you serve? So
we taking her to the barbecue.
Oh, barbecue? Okay.
I don't
Is
get
there
to
mac
go.
and cheese?
You coming? John, like, I ain't coming.
So we have a lot of members already that we utilize their voice as well. And also, you know, breaking into churches and trusted places in the Black and brown community to try and just say, hey, this isn't smoke and mirrors. Right. We're really here to help. Right. Let's have a conversation. Let's see if we can get you what you need. And forming the relationship. Maybe funding isn't what they want to talk about right away. Right. But at least starting to build the relationships and them knowing that we're serious.
That's awesome. That's sweet.
One of the things I'm sorry, John, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna dovetail off of what Laura said, which is, like, we also, we have a teammate who's near and dear to my heart, Siobhan Uretic, who she also helped us launch our member business team. She has, the thing that's great about Siobhan is she has, I think 7 small businesses. Wow. She runs 7 Safe Haven ministries. So if she's not at Del One, she's out serving the community. And now she's on our branch side because she's helping teach all of our branch staff some of the lessons that she's learned. But candidly, we're working our tails off, but we got a lot more work to do.
Yeah. So when you think of the small business community here in Delaware, what are some of the things that you both are seeing right now that kind of excites you?
I took the last one. You go.
Yeah, okay. All right, guys. What I like to see is there's entrepreneurs, my experience with is they're betting on themselves and they're creative and innovative. And we're seeing a lot more creativity and innovation as it relates to old industries and new concepts. And so that's exciting. And the biggest thing is with this, a lot of the small business owners that we do come in contact with, a lot of them hustle. They just get it, and they're willing to hustle, right? And so those are things that we're starting to see a lot more of that maybe we didn't see, 24 months ago. Yeah. So, yeah.
I love it. The products that you have, they can change a business like damn near overnight. Would you say? Yeah. What is the one that, individually that you really love or that is working extremely well for smaller businesses?
Well, our partnership with the Federal Home Loan Bank, the Bob and the Bobby, unfortunately, there's only so much funding set aside for that program every year. And once those funds are exhausted, they're exhausted. So that's a great tool. Right now, because the Bobby and Bobby loans are exhausted, we are using the heck out of the SSBCI funds, the loan participation in particular. And that is, so Ivan, you come to me and you say, hey, I got this idea for this business. It's well thought out. You have a really great, solid business plan. You have plan A, B, C. You kind of know what you need to do. You know your numbers.
You see her eyes light up when she said that, and we're gonna touch there because I want to make sure, because when you said that their business plan is solid, what makes a solid business plan? Well, we'll get back to that.
We'll
get back to that.
I can talk for days on
that.
Okay. So you provide me all of the information that I need, right? The financials, the good stuff, right? And I send it to underwriting. And as John always jokes, we have lovely underwriting team, thick glasses in the basement, sharpened pencils, ready at the snort, right? To just run ratios.
Yeah.
So his name's actually Andrew, and he's lovely.
Yeah.
But so underwriting's done. Underwriting and the team comes together. We know that we can do this deal. I go back to the borrower and I'm like, hey, we're happy to grow with you. We're happy to do this with you. But there are different opportunities for you. So you can do a term loan straight through us, set at our rate, but wait, there's more. There's the SSBCI funding from the Division of Small Business.
That's that $14 million that everyone's going after, right?
Yeah.
That's trying to go after.
It's 11.5, and we're going to try to get that down to 0.
Yeah, challenge accepted.
We'll take some.
I watched CJ last week. He said he'd like to have more, and I'm like, well, we'll spend it.
Oh yeah.
I know he wants more financial institutions, but I'm
Right.
like, we'll get there by the end of the year.
Yeah, I believe so too.
Yeah.
I believe so too.
Wholeheartedly. So I then tell the potential member about SSBCI DLAP, the loan participation. So if that's a $100,000 loan, and they meet certain criteria to qualify for receiving the funding, then that $100,000 loan is split into 2 equal loans, two $50,000.
Right.
All right. The first $50,000 is at our rate and our term. We are closely tied to prime. It can fluctuate lower and higher depending on the quality of the borrower, right? And the deal. And then there's the second $50,000, which is backed with the federal dollars, right? That's managed by CJ and his team.
Okay.
And that rate is capped at 5%. It follows the same term.
Wow.
Same term as us, but it's capped at 5. And for every specific designation that a small business meets, that rate can actually go down.
So you're this overall loan, $100,000. You guys are splitting the risk.
We split it.
It's
That's
splitting
correct.
the risk. Actually, the state is accepting more risk than us.
Yes.
Because they subordinate on any collateral. So we're even less at risk.
Right.
And I got to be honest, when I first learned of this program, Laura was still with the Division of Small Business, and I was flabbergasted because at the time there were no depositories. The only institution was True Access.
Correct.
And we were like,
Correct.
Yeah.
Van's
So
on to something here.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I said, well, she tells me we were at a Rotary Club thing. She's like, you? And I'm like, why aren't, I couldn't figure it out.
He's
Right.
like, no.
I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but I couldn't figure out why they wouldn't do it.
He's like, so what's the hook? And I'm like, no. I just explained the program.
There's no hook.
There's no hook. Like, do you,
He's like, watch for the hook. He's like, it ain't
do
no
you
hook.
want to give away dollars? Like let's go.
All right, so let's break this down for the people in the back.
Yeah.
There's a loan program out here.
Yeah.
Raised to $14 million. $14 million.
Yeah.
Right.
And and the state has to get rid of it by 2026.
By 12/31/25, it's got to be gone.
Got to be gone.
But they got it in
Tranches.
yes, they got it in 3 tranches.
And then they get
this
another,
is the first tranche.
Right.
They have to get through 80% of their first tranche to request their second.
Okay, so small businesses, if you're watching, what you need to do is to make sure that your shit is in order, right? I'm sorry.
No,
that's okay.
But not
fire
sorry.
away. You're okay.
Okay, it's our network.
Yeah, exactly.
You know Dan, our CEO.
All right. So small businesses, if you have any questions, I need you to call in to 302-983-6703. 302-983-6703. This right here, $100,000 can transform your business from a hobby to a full-fledged business, right? And then, oh God, on top of it, think about it, Steve. On top of it, those businesses can reach out to Delaware Earns and can get
That's
a
right.
Roth IRA for their employees.
That's correct.
So well, hold on.
Building wealth. We are building wealth. That is what we're doing here.
Yes. So there is a complete system set in place for small businesses in Delaware that will not just give them resources and everything that they need to run a viable business while also taking care of their employees and saving money.
Yes.
And at the same time, we will not do you a disservice either.
Meaning?
So if you call me and we're talking through and you tell me, like, one of the biggest things that we, are pretty, you need a solid credit score. Right. And I understand that that's hard for some people, especially if you're in a tight spot and you've got to use your personal to like float your business for a little bit. I get that. I get that. I'm not here to shame you.
Right.
We have credit counselors in our branches that I can hook you up with that can help boost your score. So that no means not yet. But I will also be honest with you, because I have to sleep at night and I have to be a good human being on this earth.
Right.
I will not do that for you. If I know that you are not ready, I will not hit your credit.
Right.
I will not do those things to you.
Right.
I will hook you up with the resources, the resource partners that I know to help you.
So we're talking about, if you're not ready, we're gonna go back. We're gonna go back to scratch. And scratch is not a bad thing. Scratch means not right now. So we're gonna get you to a point that you're ready to rock and roll.
Yes.
Right. And you also, while you're rebuilding your credit and all that good stuff, right? You're now in the system that will allow your business to grow. Good Lord.
We'll get you there.
We will. Is that your logo? Is that your motto?
No.
We'll get you there.
We follow the North Star. So,
shit.
come on. Did
I
you not
love
think that I was gonna know?
We
follow the North Star. We want to be the easiest place to do business.
That's important. That's important.
The easiest place. I never want people to think that I am difficult, though some people do. It's all right. But when you come and you talk to me, I'm going to be honest with you. I want you to be honest with me, and I'm going to help get you there. Del One is going to help get you there.
Let's if we can, let's talk about that for a minute. Relationships with financial institutions tend to be very, very transactional. So she's talking about treating people as human beings. What's the role that you believe a credit union like Del One should fill in the life of an entrepreneur, not just as a lender, but as a long-term partner?
Yeah, so it's interesting. It's an interesting question. I mean, I couldn't write a book, but I could talk long enough to fill one, as long as nobody looks at the grammar. My history before coming to Del One was working at banks in commercial lending.
Right.
I had some mortgage lending, consumer lending, and branch stuff, but primarily commercial lending. And what I realized, the gap that filled is nobody stops and actually listens. They simply look at the black and white.
Right.
They do not look at the actual story. There's a real story behind every one of these businesses, and there is some hard work. And there's the majority of, I think it's more than 50% of all employees in the country work for small businesses.
Right.
And I think that 70% of small businesses, of new jobs, are with small businesses. And so with the credit union, we are, like Del One specifically, we are a part of we are Delaware. We're getting ready to merge with Levier's, and Del One will be the surviving entity.
Wow.
And it's going to put us close to $1 billion.
Right.
In terms of total assets. That's more power behind us. But the thing is, that gives us 16 branches, 8 in Newcastle, 4 in Kent, 4 in Sussex, and it gives us real power. We will have a branch within 10 minutes of every person in Delaware. We probably already do, but
wow,
I can tell you there's a business, Priest.
Yeah.
He had some stuff going on. He called me this week. He's like, "Hey man, this is going on." Wasn't a big deal, because Priest knows how to run a business. He's with the professionals, professional services. They provide services for buildings. He has a rental car business too, that he rents exotic cars and stuff. But he calls me. He's like, "Hey, this is going on." He goes, "Can you help me out?" I'm like, yeah, it's going to take me 2 days to do the paperwork. And by the way, I don't do the paperwork. We have the nerds in the basement that do the paperwork. But Laura and I are like, hey, let's go to the nerds and get the documents done.
Right.
And to be honest with me, because that's a safe bet. That's a relationship, you know?
Relationships is everything.
He does bust my chops sometimes. And James Burgess, who owns Elite Homes, they bust my chops because they'll call me or text me. I'm not always the fastest to respond. But now we have Laura here, so she stays on me, so I'm a little bit better. And if I can't respond, she responds. So, yeah,
I love it.
Yeah,
a lot of people don't realize that relationships, they save everything.
Yeah,
they save and they put you to the front of the line.
Right. Well, it helps you understand one another. You can have honest. You
Yeah.
can be honest. A relationship, when you go through something together, you know, that tests your mettle.
Yeah.
That relationship's built on fire. It's going to last a long time.
Yeah.
Something goes sideways with somebody, I can have that we tell everybody at a closing, listen, something's going to go wrong with your business. We want you to fight, but give me a call.
Yep.
We have time. We have money. We can't always do either or both, but we're going to try. And the sooner you tell us, the sooner we're going to be able to help you.
I want you to take your Del One hats off.
Okay.
For a minute. That cool?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. I love the last name Wisler also, okay?
It is.
Like what's that? What movie? That was the Marvel joint, Whistler. Blade.
I never saw it.
Yeah. You never saw Blade?
No, man.
That's
Pop
good,
culture
man.
illiterate, baby.
What?
Totally pop culture illiterate.
Okay. All right. We go back there. Take your hat off for a minute, your Del One hat. And I just want you to tell me, like, the people that are watching, like, what are some of the things that stop, when we could talk just in the finance realm, that stop small businesses from scaling, from growing?
Them not thinking them the whole thing.
You was waiting
out.
for this question. What?
I'm like, oh, let me get. So I'm sharpening my pencil on this one. I didn't talk to the member that I'm not going to reference by name, but he got in his feelings. Okay. And he called me and he was trying to, like, he was told he's in business with another person, and they gave him, they told him they were going to do something so he could generate some revenue in a different stream. And then they backed out, and he was all in his feelings about it. And I said, okay, tell me what that number really is. Tell me what that number is in a year for you. And I said, and tell me what you have to do to actually make that money. Right. What does that mean? And after he figured, he was like, oh, it's like 2 hours, this, whatever. And I said, okay. I said, how are you feeling now? I was like, because you need to get out of your feelings. You needed to think about this instead of pulling the trigger and thinking you needed a much bigger loan. Right. You do not need that. Wow. You need to slow down to speed up sometimes. Yeah. Right? Yeah. So I need for them to think. And sometimes they live, eat, breathe this. This is their livelihood. Yeah. And they need a different perspective. Yeah. So I'm happy to serve as like that sounding board sometimes. Yeah. Like, no, don't do that.
There's a lot of people, especially when you're running a small business, you think it's my baby. Right.
Yeah. Sometimes you have to punch your baby.
Yeah. Oh,
wow. Laura doesn't have any children.
I don't have children, so there's that, okay?
The feelings of the ones that's involved in this episode is not resolved with the rights of DETV.
And by punch, I mean caress it, bathe it differently. It's whatever.
Yeah, you got to punch the baby. And
you have to realize your baby's ugly.
Yes.
Right?
If you are a business owner, rule number 37B, remove all emotion. Emotion. I got so emotional one time in business, it damn near killed it.
See? You needed someone to tell you.
And it was my team.
Good.
It was my team that said, yo, hold up. This is not you, right? You cannot make rational decisions being irrational.
You also can't make rational decisions when you're desperate.
Correct.
So you need to do everything that you can to avoid reaching the critical point of desperation. Because once you hit desperate, you're not listening to what the numbers are saying anymore. And we've talked about that on this program before.
The language of numbers.
You must do what the numbers tell you to do.
You either know your numbers or you wonder where your numbers went.
Say it one more time.
Damn.
You either know your numbers, you either know where your money is, right? Or you're going to wonder where it went. So you better tell it where to go.
Yeah, I changed my quote.
Yeah, go ahead. I love that, Laura.
Yeah.
I love that. That is so true. Know your numbers. A lot of business owners, just because they can do something, right? And we talked about it before, being a creative, then / being a business person. The first 2 years in business, right? Everyone was saying, yo, you can't be the creative no more. I'm like, well, no, I want to be the creative. They're like, no, you can't be the creative no more. I understand it now because someone has to watch those numbers.
Right.
Yeah.
Someone has to watch the people that are messing with your numbers. Someone needs to watch the people that are messing with your numbers, watch the people that are calling the shots.
Yep.
Yeah.
So what are some of the other things that you see that can really fudge a small business owner?
I think oftentimes what the definition of success is. And I think sometimes people stop grinding. You own a business. You own a business, and it's. I watched the podcast. You say what is it? 721, 7 days a week, 21 hours. You get 3 hours of sleep. That's a business owner. That's a business owner. That is a business owner. And the one thing is too. Sometimes it's a hobby. Yeah. And I mean, you're like, what are you doing that for? Yeah. So it's for me, when they stop grinding, when they stop working, it's, and you do have to take time for yourself. You need a minute where you can, level set, and kind of step away for a minute, and hopefully you've got somebody you can trust. But that rarely happens in the first 2 to 3 years.
I agree wholeheartedly. Yeah, I agree. A lot of people, they, like when we had Terrence on last night. Matter of fact, Terrence had a question. He said, so who do I contact first?
Well, Laura will call you back. I mean, I'm not saying I won't. It just might take 2 weeks.
Might take 2 weeks to get it. Right. So is there a website? Where are we sending them? We're sending them to any DM Del One Credit Union on any of their social media pages.
Yep.
And type loan. Was it member?
No, just type member.
Just type member.
DM member.
Yeah.
We will get back to you. You can also, www.del-1.org.
Yeah.
And you can reach out and we'll get back to you.
Tell them that you've seen it on DETV.
Yep.
Yes.
Anastasia said, yo, this is good info. Someone said, Lisa said, work hard, play hard. If you are watching, if you'd like to give, talk to any of us here on the platform live, feel free to call 302-983-6703. If you'd like to stay connected to our community, our business community, text the word biz to 810-796-1624. We want to make sure that we keep you in the loop because we got some things in the pipeline that will allow you to not just think about your business, but create your business, scale your business, and give you all the info that you need to be freaking great. Other things that you think that you've seen that smother, that can suck the life out of a business.
Not tracking your numbers, right? Like this gets back to knowing numbers, but it's not tracking, like not having a good banking system. Mm-hmm. So we're fortunate. We've got Michelle Burgold as treasurer. I don't want to pitch, but
she's
amazing. Michelle Burgold is our treasury management officer, but you got to have a deposit account. Mm-hmm. You got to have a checking account, and you got to know when to sweep it. We've got knowing what's in your account and where you're going to access capital, and that's huge. Let's
circle back real quick, John. A deposit account, because a lot of people that are watching probably don't know what a deposit account is.
Yeah.
And what sweeping is. Can you mind just touching on that?
Oh yeah. So checking account, right? You can do almost everything on your phone now. We've got a beautiful app.
Seriously, we have a great app.
Yeah.
Your app is fire though.
Yeah.
Your app is fire.
So but you have a checking account. You have a savings account. Those are both deposit accounts. We also have a money market account for businesses where we pay a higher rate.
Do you?
Yes. We pay a higher rate on that. And we have a full host of business products. So, 4, because we think 4 makes sense. So you come to us with one checking account. If you're a nonprofit, we're not charging you fees.
Hold on. If you're a nonprofit, call Del One Credit Union today and get a free checking account. All right, some shameless plug. Go ahead, my bad.
That's right. No, it's okay. And then we have other ones where you don't. Sometimes it's like you have to have a minimum of 1,000. Well, not with us. We have a small business checking. When your sales aren't crushing it, and you have, when you're first starting out and you're you're selling your wares or whatever you might be, your services.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a smaller one, and then you graduate to the next rewards checking, and you can earn points and benefits and things like that as you graduate up to the next level. And we do have to collect some fees as they go up, but they are, I'm going to say, I don't want to say universally, but generally they're going to be lower than any fees you find out there. Any fees, particularly banks. You might find another credit union or two, or a small community bank that doesn't have that type of structure, but generally we're going to be significantly more cost effective for business.
Someone just posted on one of the social media channels. And again, you can watch this on up to 10 social media channels right now. That one is spoiling me like crazy. Just today, I received a bouquet of flowers and a whole lot of merch for myself and my team. Yeah. It really sounds like you guys really, really care about the people that you work for.
Yes.
Is it easy to say work
right.
for?
Yeah.
That's right. Who we serve.
Who you serve.
Yeah, who we serve.
Who we serve.
Yeah. And you said that with sheer confidence.
I mean that wholeheartedly.
Wow.
I mean that wholeheartedly. We are all put on the earth to serve, right?
Wow.
So that was one of the biggest reasons. Like I love John. I love Dan. I've known them I knew John through Rotary. But when they approached me about joining the team, I know what they bring to the community.
Yes.
Well, it was a maybe. You know, give me a second, because I've been in government for a really long time, and this is my first private sector job, but I love that they really are in the community. Like, we are in the community. We have people in the community from one of our branches every single day, visiting small businesses, volunteering somewhere. We have days every year that are maybe federal holidays for others. They are days of service for us.
So we see where, nonprofits are under attack right now, right? And it's a shame.
Yeah.
Right. There's a whole lot of stuff under attack right now. Let me say it like that, right?
Fair enough.
Small business in each state are like, when you say small business, you can see that there's a lot of effort in making small businesses run.
Mm-hmm.
In your words, describe what small businesses what small business, shop local, whatever it is, can do to a community.
Well, you go for you.
I was going to say, you can see it. It's not something you have to define. It is what happens. It is what happens to a small town like Loma. It's what happens to areas that like, when you fill the shops and you bring the people, that it happens. Community happens.
Yeah.
So that's what small businesses
I
do.
I agree with
energy. That. You guys it's like really, you can tell when we have people on here, sometimes you can tell who's BSing, right? You really can tell.
Well, I can bullshit you too if you like.
What
would you like to know?
It's true. So I'll say, for me, I agree. It is a fabric of the community. Yeah. And the interesting thing, and it's one of these things why I am passionate about small businesses. And so there was an article in Forbes. I think Ivan, you and I talked about this at one point. Small businesses give 250% more to the community than big businesses. 250%, according to Forbes. Now, it was like a 2000, I don't know, most of my facts are made up, but that one's true.
Talk about BS.
Talk about BS. No, but I think it was like a 2017 article or something in Forbes magazine. I remember reading that, and it was fascinating to me because I was like, oh my gosh, and I started thinking about it.
Right.
Because I had worked at big banks, and I had worked at small banks, and now I'm at a credit union, and I was flabbergasted that I was at a bank before I came to Del One, and it was 4 or 5 times the size of Del One, and I was on our community reinvestment committee. I chaired the committee, and we gave $130,000 a year to the community. That was our investment. I went to Del One, and it was over $1 million.
Get out.
Get out. And I go, holy moly, like that's real. That's real money. That makes a difference. And that's just the donation stuff. That doesn't count the small business loans where we accept a little more risk, where we partner with folks like the Division of Small Business to help, accept we're still accepting risk, but we're trying to figure out a way.
Yeah.
So for me, they built that and they show up. They're at the Little League game, just like Del One.
Right.
We're a small business.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe not in some definitions, but for me, if a business has, and there's all these different definitions based on your number of employees or quote unquote, they use the term FTEs or whatever. If you're 30, 50 employees or less, like you're a small business.
Right.
I don't think of somebody with 200 employees as a small business.
Thank you, John.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That has been my number one thing that Steve and I talk about. The people like that I know that like I started this in the basement by a water heater. Yeah. Right. When I hear small business, I think of not the 100 or fewer. I'm thinking of the 5 people, the 2 people that said, hey, I got an idea. I want to create legacy. I want to create change. I want freedom, right? Yeah. I want freedom. And those are the people why this show is built. It's built for those people that can say, oh my God, that are watching right now and say, oh my God, yo, I didn't know Del One is accessible. I didn't know it's right there for us. I didn't know Steve is right there for us. You know what I mean? So I'm with you 110% on that.
I mean, I one of our favorite member businesses, guys, James Burgess, he owns Elite Homes. I think he's one of the very few minority builders in Sussex County, if he's not the only one. And it's him. He's got a part-time office manager, and she does real estate on the side, so she can also make her living. And then he's got one project manager, and this guy builds, 8-10 homes a year, and they are beautiful. Some of the best built. He does things in his homes that larger builders don't do, but because the quality is so good. I mean, it's amazing. And so I've been to several of his homes. In fact, we're going next week to a couple of them. He gives us tours all the time just to keep us informed. Right. You know what I mean? Yeah. The guy's a hustler, man, and I just love that. But he's employing 2 people. Well, himself 2, 3. But he's got a plan, You
got to hook us up with them small business so we can get to tell the Del One story.
Yeah. I sent him a text. I hope he
probably
I told him, I said, you got to text business. He's like, I'm not tech savvy. Now, he can design a home. Yeah, you should text. It is true. He might, exactly. He might.
If you're watching, and I know you got questions because like across, I'm over here, when I'm looking to the right, I'm monitoring like all of our social media channels and they are on fire. So I guess it's going to say like Del One, see, there go another one. Gee whiz, Batman. Like their whole thing, their intake thing is going to increase by like 20% by the end of this. Yep. If there go another one. Okay. All right. It's like lotto over this piece.
Let's say a small business owner is watching right now. Say they're in year 2.
Yeah.
They have some traction, but they're a little bit apprehensive about accessing capital. What do you want them to know?
Good question, bro.
Well, year 2, they still need to have a business plan, right? And one of those things, a business plan is exactly that, right? I need to see them executing, right? If they don't have to execute that plan, but they have to be executing a plan and some reasonable facsimile thereof. If they're executing that plan, they're generating the revenue, and they're at a point where they're ready to support themselves and they can support a loan. Okay, we can talk, right? We want businesses to be 2 years, but we have taken risk with businesses that are startups. Right. We have set funds aside specifically to say, hey, there's some great ideas out there, where we're like, this is a good idea, let's run with it. We can't mention the name, but the place in Middletown, I wish I could mention. I wish we'd have texted him, but this, I mean, we're reaching out. Sometimes it's just a conversation,
right?
And asking honest questions and be prepared for honest feedback, because if we're not, we want to make loans, and we get paid if we make loans and we collect deposits. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, Laura's fancy 12-year-old Acura and my Honda Accord. I mean, they're also fancy. We're crushing it, right? So, but
They got tins. They keep them clean.
No one's stealing my stuff from off the street tonight. Okay? I feel good. I could have left the door open, but
yeah, but you know what I mean? Like we're not, I mean, I'm just saying, like we're not,
I'm
yeah,
not
we
in
want
it
to get,
for the money. Like
It's
I
not
have
the
to be
money.
able to sleep at night.
Right.
yeah.
And
Right.
I need, again, it's all about who you serve. It is
Right.
it's how
Yeah.
you want to be treated.
Right.
If I were a new business and I had an idea, or I've been up for a year and a half, I'm already nervous as all get out,
Yeah.
right? Because, oh my gosh, this might actually work.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you've got people that may be working for you, so you're responsible for other households. And I just want them to know that we're always you don't have to come to me and need like $500,000. We
Yeah.
do smaller ones too. Like it's
I'm
okay.
glad you said that. I'm
We
glad
do
you said that.
$5,000 credit card.
Yeah.
And we structure it. Some people, it seems like, I don't know, 75% of the people call, they're like, I want a line of credit. It's like, well, okay, well, let's talk about that.
No, you
They don't need a line of credit. They need a term loan.
Or
they
an
need a
equipment
vehicle loan.
or-
Or they
yeah,
need,
yeah. They need a
They
truck
need
loan.
something different. So we're going to talk to them and tell them, hey, we're going to put you in the right thing so
Right.
that the life of whatever you're financing
Doesn't have to.
doesn't last shorter than the loan, right?
Right. Right.
And so
right.
one thing we always say, and we have these honest conversations, we say this a lot. It's hard to live up to, but we say it because we want to live up to it. A quick not yet beats a long yes a lot of times.
Yes.
A quick
One more
just saying,
time.
look,
Or a
not
long
yet.
no.
Here's what you have to work on. We try to do that. And we give people, bullet points on the things we would like to see.
Right.
And that's hard conversation. It's not a comfortable conversation. But we would rather do a quick not yet. But it's not easy to do that because
Yeah.
we spend a lot of time trying to figure out how to say yes. Because it's important
Right
for
time.
us to say yes because of what it means.
Right.
We have a meeting every Tuesday with the commercial loan team. We review deals, like where they're at in the pipeline, like referral wise, all that good stuff. And that sometimes the numbers don't support the feeling, right? So we
Yeah.
recently had another business, which I didn't think about. Like I didn't know I was going to be doing this. So
Yeah.
that they needed a piece of equipment, and their numbers didn't support the loan.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so it was initial no. And Michelle and I were like, no, we're not taking no.
Yeah.
Wow.
We need to figure this out.
That's that grit, that heart, and that hustle.
Like this, because this person has all of that.
Right.
And you can't BS a BSer, right? Like
Right.
I knew
I
it.
know who you're talking about.
I knew it from the very beginning, and so did Michelle. And so we
Wow.
were just like, nope. Let's go back to
Yeah.
the drawing board.
They busted our chops pretty good, but we did go back because what we looked at is, okay, they've only been in business for a year and a half, but we looked at their revenue projections and we looked at the savings it was going to help them on the expense side, and we kind of reversed engineer and say, wait a minute, they can support this.
Wow.
And we were like, yeah, okay. So, but we had to think, and it took, sometimes your work's in front of you.
Yeah.
And you want to, you're like, okay, I got to get to the next thing on my list.
Yeah.
And you forget that's a person behind that.
Yeah.
That's a livelihood. That's 30 employees.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what are we talking about here?
Yeah.
And thank goodness for Laura and Michelle busting my chops, and the rest of the nerds in the basement's chops. We're like, all right, we're going to figure this out. And we were able to figure it out. But we had to rethink, and we had to have some other conversations. Say, let's ask this member business a few more questions.
Yep.
And they answered them exactly what we were hoping to hear.
Yeah.
And we're like, well, there you go. That makes perfect sense. So sometimes we have to Rubik's Cube a deal,
Yeah.
God, I love that.
I
Yeah.
know. So
And that's not always how it works, like right. So I mean, again, I've been with Del One for 4.5 months, and I have a lot to learn. John has probably forgotten more than I'll know in 5 years, right? So so that's the beauty of our team, because we do have an amazing team around us, from Rachel to Gail to Andrew to Michelle, myself, and we all have different aspects and different strengths that we bring to the table.
Right.
So it's a really great group, and we all have personal ties in the communities that we live in. So it's just
I think when you think of it, Steve, it's like Del One, your uncle, when it comes to lending money.
Your uncle has to tell you no sometimes.
Yeah. Yes.
We
Why?
call that the Dutch uncle.
The Dutch.
Let me ask y'all about the other side of the example that you just used.
Yeah.
What? I lost my train of thought. My bad. That was a pretty
It's
good
good
laugh.
music.
That's freeway.
Thank you.
That's freeway. Good. Right. I'm telling you,
Oh.
both of y'all coming to the bar.
Yeah.
Listen to. Okay.
So I was going to ask, what do you think? I mean, in your experience, what separates those businesses who use capital wisely from businesses who struggle after they get capital?
Oh wow.
Oh yeah. Here's the biggest thing that gets people off the rails quick. They think they've arrived, and they start that excessive lifestyle before they've arrived. They go out and buy a fancy car, BMW with the
new one,
all the stuff, the Porsche, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
And then they spend that before they've actually arrived. Before they actually have a little bit of savings set aside.
That's right.
And like real savings, right? Like, so that seems to be a lot. So when we talk about financing, we say, hey, we'll finance excessive growth because excessive growth is a good problem, but it's a problem, and it can be as big of a problem as no growth or shrinking growth. It can be a bigger problem than shrinking, right?
Right.
We can even finance companies that are shrinking if they're at that stage of their business life cycle.
Yeah.
But excessive growth, we finance that. We'll figure out how to make it work because they need that capital to feed that growth. They need employees. They need equipment. They need, I don't know, you name it, right? And then we finance what we call gaps in the cash-to-cash cycle. So if you're running a business and you're sending out invoices and people aren't paying you for 30 days, well, you did the work. It's 30 days before you get paid. You need a line of credit. So you got to bridge that cash-to-cash cycle.
Get
from the
out
time
of
you
here.
did the work until you get the cash.
Stop playing.
No, that's what a line of credit is.
A lot of people, small businesses. Again, attention all small businesses.
Maybe they heard it when he said it.
Yeah, Jesus, man. This is like, you guys got our social media buzzing. Like, they're just there. Small business owners, again, if you want to call in and ask these amazing people any question, feel free to call at 302-983-6703 for more information if you want to learn more about Del One Federal Credit Union. And I also want to talk about the difference between a credit union and a bank, right? Okay. Because a lot of people don't realize a credit union will work with you and help you out. It's more personal, right? You're not just a number. For more information about Del One Federal Credit Union, go to any of their social medias and hit in the DM, type member, right? Type member, and someone will get back to you. Let's talk about that. The difference between a credit union versus a regular traditional bank.
I wanted to answer
one
other thing. So I also think that you have creators who come up with a lot of ideas, and they have like so many ideas that things that they want to. Yeah, Ivan, I'm looking at you.
Yeah. She was looking at me with her eyes closed. Like, him.
And they have so many goals that they want to, that they cannot focus on just one thing. Yeah. And I have a small business. God bless her. She's amazing, but she has tons of big ideas. And I'm like, nope. We need to narrow this down. Like, what are we focused on right now? What are we going to do right now? What are we executing right now?
Right.
So. Yeah.
Well, and that is definitely one thing. When you have business owners that, I could do this, I could do that, and I could do that. It doesn't work, right?
No, you can't be that great at that many things.
I agree.
You need to focus.
You need a hell of a team and someone running that project to do
and
that.
If you're that small business, right? That's working the 7 days a week, 21 hours a day. You can't be great at 16 things.
I know that's right. That's right. And that brings it back to scaling, right? A lot of businesses scale entirely too fast because they're not tracking the numbers, looking at the numbers. And Steve is phenomenal in saying, like, your numbers will tell you where you're going.
Yeah.
Well, you don't call him the star maker for nothing.
That's right. He changed his name. He changed his name.
I didn't change it.
They changed it.
Okay.
What's the name?
The one they call.
The one they call.
The one they call. Still the star maker, though.
Okay.
But,
All right.
I love it. I love it.
What
else you got, Steve? No, you got a
credit,
bunch of.
Let me answer the question real quick.
Okay.
So the difference between a bank and a credit union. So banks offer, most of them a full suite of products, like full financial services and things, lending and deposits, and that we talked about earlier, checking, savings, things like that, and other services. They have shareholders and they have customers.
Yeah.
And because they have shareholders, the customers sometimes, they have to prioritize things. It is a business, any business person with any type of business experience or degree that's worked, they have to, the shareholder value is the primary concern.
Right.
And the rate and the return to those shareholders and improving their equity and their pocket. So sometimes decisions are made unfortunately at the detriment to the customer.
Yeah.
A credit union, we don't have shareholders. We're a cooperative. We have members. So you eliminate that principal agent problem.
Right.
We work for our members. Our members are our shareholders and our customers. And so we work for them and we prioritize things. We always try to do the right thing, right? That's integrity. And we always try to prioritize things that are members, the group of members, then the individual member, then the team, then self, right? So.
Oh, they hung up. I guess they're gonna call.
Oh,
back.
okay. All right, sorry.
All right. If you're calling in, call in 302-983-6703, and we'll bring you in. That way, you can ask anyone a question here. And thanks for clarifying that, because a lot of people, they don't know that a credit union would. I remember my dad used to always say, a credit union will work with you. They're people.
Well, because instead of giving returns in value and equity, what we do is you and it's not universally true, but most of the time, almost all of the time, you're going to pay lower rates on loans,
right?
And you're going to earn higher rates on deposits. Yeah, and we insure our deposit, like FDIC insures to $250. Of course, we have the NCUA that insures to $250. We also have excess share insurance. We insure to $500,000.
Right. Wow.
So we insure, and on IRAs and business money markets, we'll insure up to $1 million.
Right.
Because sometimes people have that level of cash, but what it does is we're insured up to that amount.
Right.
So they're getting that back. It's not at risk.
Right.
So, yeah.
What do you wish more small business owners understood about the timing of taking on capital? Because timing is important when we're talking accessing capital.
Is everything.
Yeah. Yes. Timing is everything. Yeah.
Shameless plug for that person.
Right.
You're welcome. Del One's here to serve you.
Absolutely. Did you?
No,
Oh, okay. The biggest thing I wish they could understand that when you're a small business, your credit is your business credit. Now, you can get business credit without your own personal credit, right, being involved. You're going to pay a super high rate.
Yeah.
And you're not getting an SBA loan.
Right.
And you're not getting, we're not going to lend money to you. There's probably people that will, but they're going to take advantage of you.
Yes.
But your personal credit is your business credit.
Right.
Because when we're betting, the business is the business, but we're betting on you.
Yeah, man.
We're betting on you, because, a lot of people are like, hey, I need to establish business credit. I'm like, well, what does your personal credit look like?
Right.
So I wish more folks would take advantage of the financial coaches. They're called credit counselors, but we're trying to rebrand that financial coaches.
And you have those in-house?
We do.
Every branch.
Every branch. How many?
Actually, if somebody's like a little, because when you talk about money, people get serious, right?
Right.
And so, and what you say, you don't talk about religion, don't talk about politics, don't talk about money, right? So people get serious about that stuff. But with money, sometimes people are a little embarrassed. We use GreenPath online. They can get online if they're a member. It's completely free, and they will help you repair your credit if you need some help. It's free. Our financial coaches, and you call them financial, we're trying to rebrand it. You might be able to help us with that, because credit counselors remind me of like the counselor word reminds me of my high school years.
Yeah.
I was in there all the time.
Great high school counselor,
well, mine wasn't a guidance counselor. Mine was more of like, what's wrong with you kind of. But anyway, So my point is, I guess we want you to talk to financial coaches and get and we're not asking for everybody to have an 800. That's not realistic.
Right.
No, but if
Can't have 4.
yeah, you can't have a 400.
Right.
But you can get to a 660.
Yeah.
We can help you at a 660,
Yeah.
and especially if there's a story.
Wait a minute. So all they need is a 660?
Generally,
Or say,
yeah.
let's say
Well, it depends on
somewhere
what you're
around
asking
600, depending on what you're asking for.
If you're
but you
asking
can't come
for
in with a
660,
400.
No, we can't play in the 4s. We
Yeah.
can't, it's
Can't
tough in the
hard
5s.
can't play in the 5s.
Right.
So 680 is like
Yeah.
I think
the
620
magic
was like when you were trying to get a mortgage or something.
So
right?
we do have
Yeah.
a program that gets down to 640 called a micro business loan.
Okay.
It's $3,500 to $10,000, but your plan has to be lights out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And it's usually a very small operation
To
that's
build
just-
relationship.
Yes. So we have that plan. And then generally that's the 660 to 680. We have $1 million set aside, and that's an MDE loan program specifically.
Okay.
And that also has to, from a standard standpoint, you've got to be on your way. And that's typically for equipment.
Right.
Over 680 is where our target's over 680, probably focus around 710 is our ideal rate.
Yeah.
Because just in terms of our average right now, everybody would like, yeah, it would be great if everybody was 800 and everybody paid, but then we wouldn't earn any money either, right?
Right.
And they might not need us if they got 820 all the time. So,
But John, so I want to talk about our relationship with Clover.
oh yeah, Clover, that's a good one.
Who's
yeah.
Clover?
So Treasury Management, again, shout out to Michelle Bergold, who couldn't
Yeah.
be here because she's in Sussex County being a polka dot. But she runs treasury management for the credit union, and we partner with Clover for our payment processing for small businesses. That's something that we offer. And
Oh, wow. Wow.
we are about to close a deal with a local place in Kent County, and she has saved them $80,000 in
What?
fees.
In merchant services. So when
Stop
somebody
it.
swipes their
Merchant
card,
services
yeah,
Stop it.
fees.
Track the numbers?
yeah,
Are you serious?
I'm dead
Yeah.
serious. So, but our relationship with Clover is really great. And Clover is working with Shark Tank.
Oh, are we allowed to mention that?
Maybe.
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 So,
if we're not, really
Yeah.
sorry
Yeah, now.
about that.
but we're the only FI in Delaware out of the entire country.
Right.
We're the only financial institution in Delaware. We have an opportunity to take one of our small businesses, if they have a relationship with us, on a trip to pitch to.
Mark Cuban.
Well, if one of us
Shark
are going
Tank.
to
I'll
get in
say
trouble,
Shark Tank.
if one of us are going to get in trouble, I'd rather it be me. So,
My man,
but
you see him dive on that grenade.
He dove on it. Rambo, baby.
Because he knows I'll actually return people's calls and I'll still make money for the credit union.
So, and everybody that's ever called me knows that she'll return their calls. And but it's interesting too. Have we gotten? We got a guy that we work with, and I was thinking of the story you had mentioned, like where we were talking about businesses like relationships. We have a relationship where we were talking about a slow yes versus we were pretty slow with this one gentleman. He said I could mention his business name's John Heiler. He owns Citywide. They provide building services, facility services, and that's a rapidly growing business.
Sweet.
Yeah, but it took us a while to get where we needed to go.
Right.
But he and his team, Alan, were very, very patient with us because I kept telling him, "Oh my gosh, this is like, it's going to be hard. We got to figure it out." We were able to figure out a deal and I don't know if we've talked to them about merch yet, but we need to get them talking to Clover too.
I know,
But
I was gonna say, I know Michelle's on it.
this is one where he's reached out a couple times, like, "Hey, I just signed 3 more contracts," and I'm like,
Yeah.
"We probably need to help you out here a little
Yeah.
bit." Well, he reached out. He said, "Can you help me out?" Absolutely.
Right.
And that's again, that gets back to that relationship. But I can't remember if Michelle spoke with John about that.
I
So,
know that I just recently did. I know that they speak more often than I do. She has a great relationship with John.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. So yeah,
I love it.
because we goofed some stuff up, I think, for John. But a couple of times, like some checks didn't we have like a check hole system, like an AI system that reads checks and does certain things, and it wasn't doing right on his checks. But he stayed honest, and we stayed on it.
Right.
We eventually got it fixed because we're not perfect. We're going to mess some stuff up. We're going
Right.
to make some mistakes. Man.
Right.
Just like any small business, right? We're going to make
any
mistakes.
Yes, the human factor.
But he was patient with us and he stuck with us. And
Right.
I do appreciate that from John. He was citywide. He's a good dude, man.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
I love what you guys are doing.
Yeah.
I think it's phenomenal, and it's definitely a resource that these small businesses, like I'm saying, I'm sitting here watching, and our chats in 5 different platforms are on fire. So make sure you go. You see it right on the screen right now. Del One Credit Union. That's Del One Credit Union, and on their website you see a list of services. Feel free, click, comment, and at the bottom, I believe that is a chat bot. Make sure you hit that chat bot and ask that thing any questions that you have.
Yeah.
Because if you want to grow your small business, if you are looking to scale your small business, damn it, if you're looking for a micro loan, $3,500 to $10,000, was it?
Yeah, 3,500 to 10.
Yo,
Yeah.
make sure your business plan is serious, on fire. You know what I mean? Because this right here is an opportunity that will allow, Steve, small businesses to advance in the year 2025,
Yep.
right? And allow them to be different in 2026,
Yep.
2027, 2028. And you have people that got the bank, they got the bag, they got the know-how. Only thing they need right now is you. So if you're a small business, call them, damn it. I mean, like what else do you want? You know what I mean?
There have been several resources brought to you guys right here on this program. So I don't want to hear that there's no resources out there.
Oh, my
I do
God.
not
Like-
want to hear it.
Yeah.
I do not want to hear it.
They'll quick to tell you, oh, it ain't nothing for us. I ain't trying to hear that no more. There is something for everybody.
We
right.
We
Go ahead, man.
we talked about the way you guys treat your members as people, but it really feels like, especially sitting here with you both, you guys treat each other as people as well. It feels like you guys have a very good culture there.
Yeah.
How does your work culture affect the way you treat your customers?
It's amazing. So again, I'm new to the team. I'm not a paid spokesperson. I guess I am. But it is wonderful. Like the team, the small business team that we are building right now, like I mentioned earlier, Rachel, Gail, Andrew, Michelle, myself, John, we show up for each other. We show up for each other, and we know that, hey, we're a small team. We're a growing team. There's a lot coming in. There's a lot of loans being, processed right now. A lot of information that needs to be exchanged in that team, and we show up for each other.
I love it.
And I know that if I'm having a tough day, they know that candy is the way that makes me happier. Food makes me happier.
Oh God,
Girls
this
can eat,
is-
man.
I know.
She can eat.
I know what I need to do
right.
to bring everybody else up.
Right.
And we do the same for our members.
I love it.
We do the same for each business that contacts us.
Yeah, for me, I think the important thing is we try to treat each other, just treat each other with respect. And Dan, our CEO, starts with our board, Steve Smith,
Yeah.
and the entire board, and then the other fellows on the other fellow executives, Kelly Wachowski, K-Rock. She's the best
Amazing.
CFO. She is hilarious. And my wife's name's Kelly, and I say it takes a Kelly at work and a Kelly at home to manage me. So I don't report directly to her, but I tell you what, I don't do anything without asking her. And then Mark, our CIO, who's great with tech, you know what I mean? So we've got a really good team, but we like to have a lot of fun. We try not to take ourselves too seriously.
Yeah.
We know we're going to make mistakes, but we're always willing to try to fix it, and we're going to try to fix it. But every one of our branches, Shivanya Reddick and Adrian Romero, they run our branches. And we got 12 branches, and those two are a dynamic duo, and they are excellent listeners, excellent coaches, and our branch leaders we call them branch managers. We prefer branch leaders.
Right.
They are all incredibly thoughtful, and they care about the community, and they're invested. Like, I think it was one day, we look back, we track how often people are out in the community to make sure that
they're in
they're
the
living
community.
their why. Because what's important to Laura is important to me. Just it might be different than what my why is,
Right.
but we have a collective why. And the thing about that is, I think we had tracked like 45 days. 43 of those 45 days, we had at least 4 teammates out
in the
It
community.
was Special Olympics. It was Walk for Autism. It was
Food bank.
the food bank. It was the Del Tech, gala. It was something. Somebody was somewhere, everywhere, just trying to not promoting Del One, but promoting community,
Right.
and promoting connectedness. Because that, everybody's got something to offer.
I know that's
you
right.
know.
I know
So
that's right.
yeah, so we just, it's just what we kind of care about, whether it was working at Mamie Warren Center or the Modern Maturity Center or Habitat for Humanity or the Rose Hill Community Center. Like we go to these places and donate time.
Right.
We're not a big bank. We can't stroke a check for $100,000.
But we can show up.
We can show up.
We'll be there.
We can give you $5. We can show up.
And it ain't just at a ribbon cutting.
Yeah.
Right. Mm.
We will show up.
She's something. She's spicy, ain't she?
She
We will
is
show
yeah.
up.
She killing it, right?
throwing all the shots that I want to throw in.
Yo,
Yeah.
she like firing. She's not even firing in the air. That is like, pew,
Rifle.
pew.
I was
Yo,
gonna say-
get that little shit out of here.
I was going to say, come on, I need that third one. Pew, pew.
Yeah.
No.
Now she like, yo, get that out of here. No, I see what you're doing, Laura. I dig it. I dig it.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Can you guys come back? Can you come back? I think this show was a hit.
I'd like for you to come back with a couple of your members.
Ooh.
I would love
Absolutely.
that.
Ooh.
Absolutely.
Talk dirty to 'em, huh?
Yeah, I would. Well, without saying any names, talk
Say
to
some
us,
names.
Talk to us about a success story.
Yeah.
That you guys have
Say a
had.
name.
Oh gosh, there's so many.
I like that. That's a great
I was
answer.
going to say, I have what that I am super proud of, or that they're like, we just,
Give me one that you're super proud of.
man, one that I closed yesterday. It's a former colleague of mine. I'm going to do it. Wally Rushdan. Sorry, Wally, if I wasn't supposed to do that. Noah's Ark. It's here in Wilmington. Wally is passionate about providing homes for people, affordable homes that he rehabs
Yep.
and he makes beautiful
Yep.
and he puts heart and soul in.
Yep.
And the most important thing is he makes it affordable.
Yep. Shout out to Wally.
He is a wonderful human being who
Yeah.
I've had the pleasure of knowing for a number of years.
Yep.
And we knew each other in a different time. And when he walked through the door yesterday, the hug that we exchanged before any kind of business was had was amazing. And I know that Wally has a day job and this is another job that he does.
Yeah.
But I see his passion and I told him, I love you and I am here. I'm on this journey with you.
I love it. I love it. Wally is the man.
He's
He's the one that I call when I need like just some tips and some help. Because I told you I call.
Do you actually know Wally?
Oh yeah, without a
Oh,
doubt.
okay.
Him and his Yolanda.
Yolanda,
His
they're
wonderful
amazing.
family. They're awesome.
Picture perfect.
Yeah,
Adorable.
yeah, and the kids. Oh my God.
Yeah.
No, every time I look. So when I first started, I met Wally and his brother, right?
Okay.
And before his brother went to med school and before he was a lawyer, they used to always work with the youth at Wilmington High School, right? And that's when we first started. So every time we see each other, we just laugh and like immediately go back to when we didn't have anything. So, but his heart is the heart of God,
So
right?
big.
And
So big.
and I love like Noah's Ark. I love that. I remember when he first launched that. So no, great job, Del One. Great job.
I guess the one that I have a lot, but the one that's kind of popping my head right now is
I gave you enough time to think about it.
that's true. But I thought about Innovative Kids.
Oh yeah.
Innovative Kids Academy.
Ooh, okay.
Dr. Keenan Dorsey.
Yes.
Yeah, man, he's dope too.
Man, that guy, he put a plan. We met last year. There was a lot of conversations. There
Right.
was negotiations and love songs. And we got
Rewritten
that's an
twice.
album by Paul Simon. I don't know if you know, but anyway.
Yeah, we know.
So,
We
okay.
know.
So, but
Don't worry about it, bro.
yeah, it's all right. So, but
you say? I
Dr.
don't
Dorsey,
know Paul Simon.
and I didn't get his permission to mention his name either, but I love that guy, and that dude's he is an amazing guy, and his school is gonna do so much for the community.
Yeah.
Because it's not, to his words, it is not a daycare.
It's not a daycare.
Yeah.
It is a school.
It's a school.
And he has a goal. The kids coming out of that thing, and being prepared, and like the regular public school systems or the other schools they go to, like, oh, we can't handle these kids, they know too much. And if you know Dr. Dorsey, he will deliver.
Yeah.
So
shout out to Dr. Dorsey.
Yeah. So that was fun for me, and we used. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this. We used the SSBCI program to help, along with our own, that's a big success. I could go through a list. I mean, the pros, the citywide's a good success story. We're still working, but we're still writing that story.
Nice.
We're still writing those stories because I know where these guys are going. I know where these gals are going, man.
Right.
Making Mellow right down the street.
I met her. You did that too?
Well, I'm not allowed to say that.
Okay, no,
we know her.
Okay,
we know her, but
we know her.
That's a good business.
Okay,
She's a hustler too, man.
Oh yeah,
you gotta try that, man.
Yeah. Oh wow, you guys are doing a lot of business. For more information on Del One Federal Credit Union, make sure you go to their website and check it out. If you would like to get more information, go to wherever social media platform that you're watching this on. Just go to your DM and type member to the Del One Federal Credit Union, and someone will get back to you. I think you got you. I know you guys are doing amazing stuff. Yeah. Because just alone and doing some off camera research, just watching the businesses that you've been helping are businesses that are thriving, or thriving inside of the community. I can't wait to see what 2028 looks like for those same businesses and what they're doing. And I know we gotta get ready to get out of here. Steve's like, I got 40 more questions.
We can go back.
I'll just do one more.
Okay.
One more. John, you're here. Laura, you're here. Could you please look into the camera and just give the small business owners who are looking one bold piece of advice when it comes to money or growth or engagement or building something that lasts?
So your numbers tell a story. Make sure that you are writing the story. Okay, so know your numbers. I was on a phone call I was on Teams this morning with a woman who wants to start a mobile coffee unit, right? And I said, honey, you need to know how many cups of coffee you need to sell on any given Saturday to make the lights stay on. Know your numbers. Know what your overhead is. Your numbers, they will not lie to you. They might tell you a story that you don't want to know, but you know what the amazing thing is? You can change it. So it is okay, and we're here to help.
You got to hustle. It's a lifestyle, and it's not an easy one. It's hard work every day from sun up to sundown, 7/21, but it's hard work. But it's worth it. If it's worth doing. That's mine.
721. So it's like Austin 316 and Steve.
I stole that.
Yo,
I stole that from TNT from the podcast last night.
Yeah.
From Steve and TNT. It's 7 days a week, 21 hours a day when you run a small business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is that's kind of what it is, man.
Y'all might have to send Nico a check.
Yeah. Kind of what it is, man.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Like that's what it is.
Yeah.
Like people think running a small business is fun and it's
not fun.
It's easy.
No.
This shit is work.
You're going to grind. You're going to cry. You're going to question yourself numerous times.
I cried the other day.
Do it right.
It's okay.
And I have no problem with it. Sometimes you get so overwhelmed, right? And you just need. I cried for 3.5 minutes, 4 minutes. At 4, wipe them tears because it was just a release. It was nothing bad. It was a lot. Wipe them tears and go back to war, right? Dust your shit off, right? Yeah. Right. Get your shield. Ain't no polishing it right now. It's not polish season. Blow it off. Let's go. Let's get back 300. This is Sparta. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. This is Sparta.
You've been training?
Yeah, huh?
You've been training?
Damn right.
Sparta.
This is Sparta. Like this shit,
right
like I remember I asked Steve, right? I said, "What's your favorite book?" Right? Business owners need to read. He said,
every day.
They need to read. He said, "Art of War."
Sun Tzu. I have read it several times.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me too.
It's a good book.
Great Bible.
Yes.
Great Bible.
Absolutely.
Because it's the thing, and I don't know if you saw last night, Terrence and I was talking about like when we used to be out there doing our thing in the street and how we relate that hustle
Yeah.
We changed the product, right? And the product now is what we do, but the hustle never went away. No. So it's no off. I've been up since 4:30, right?
Yeah.
You might, I specialize in car naps, right? Yeah. And dozing off and I keep my CPAP.
Homeless? No. I'm just saying
no, damn near. If I sleep for 3 hours, I got 8. Okay. I go get, matter of fact, either I go get or they come here and wire me up, right, for an IV.
Oh, you do?
I do IV.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't
They've
done
got
that.
one of those down where it re-energizes, like, right?
What?
Yes.
Yes.
Let's go have a meeting and let's go get an IV on me.
Okay.
I have my meetings at the IV place, or they come here and do it.
Okay.
Look, B12,
Yeah.
B complex, right? Energy through the roof.
Be asleep.
And
How about that? Like, how about you just, I don't know, be asleep for a little bit?
with you 360 pounds, sleep ain't enough, okay? Sleep ain't enough. And also what Steve and I was talking about was we're thinking about doing like a mental health thing for small business owners, because a lot of, like, I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes during COVID, because as business owners, what do? You eat bad.
Well, you don't take care of yourself because you're busy taking care of everybody else.
There you go. That's right. And with that, it comes also a mental thing, right? And I saw it. I lived it, from the basement to the table. Now it's like, oh my God, I wish I'd have done things better, or did it, and now it's time to do things better. Yeah. And we said we were going to start like a walk on Saturdays where we go to different various places around Delaware and meet with other business owners. Like, that's why we have our community. Yeah. So if you'd like to join our community, text the word biz to 810-796-1624, because we want to make sure that you're not just making money and you're not just scaling and you're running a hell of a business, but you're running a hell of a personal life as well, because that's very important.
If you don't take care of yourself, the people that you're worried about are going to be left behind.
With nothing. And all that time. And that's why it's important that I'm glad you came here, so we can show and we can tell people together, not just the mental aspect, but the financial aspect. And so many people tonight that when I was going through the comments, were like, I need to look at my numbers better. Mm-hmm. Like, damn it, that's what we did tonight. We changed the mindset of hundreds of people, right? That said, I need to look at this better, or I need help here. A lot of business owners, they don't say, hey, I need help. They say, I'm going to thug it out. Yep. Yeah. But tonight's episode provided the value to say, for business owners, and I don't give a fuck about this. Right. White, black, Hispanic, we're humans first. Right?
Nothing noble about your suffering.
No,
Go and
you don't have to do it by yourself.
Damn.
Nothing noble about suffering.
Shit.
Get your ass up.
Right.
And go and get the help that you need.
Go get it, man. It's here.
And,
it is here.
I also wanted to mention we have bilingual
Sweet.
Folks all throughout our staff.
Right.
So don't worry.
Just call.
Yeah. We'll get you the help. I was just in a meeting last week, ESL, and I sound terrible, like lo siento. I'm sorry.
So let's give this, because Miss Gina Washam just dropped it. Lux Hydration and Wellness by Gina will drop for you.
Okay.
We'll come through.
All right.
So shout out Miss Gina. She was at your expo, wasn't she?
She was. Me and her were actually texting
That's
earlier.
right. Miss Gina and I started our businesses around the same time.
I need to be there when she comes.
Yeah. We used to walk in. She gave a little thing, a little speech at United Way's expo. She said, I remember Ivan and I used to walk in the park. This was like 2010, and he used to tell me what he was about to do. And I used to tell him what I wanted to do, and now we're both doing it. Mm-hmm. So it's amazing. Shout out to Miss Gina. But yeah, okay, hydration, cheat code, take care of yourself, mental health, learn your numbers, track your numbers, make sure you have a tight-ass business plan, right? And then when you have a tight-ass business plan, transfer that over to a business canvas model, business canvas. If you don't know what that is, Google it. What do you think about AI or chat inside of your business?
Oh, well, I thought you were going for the business plan.
Oh, hell no.
I can see through you.
Right.
She didn't come with a musical, did she? She showed up with damn music.
She right though. Let her cook.
What is that?
Let her cook.
Yeah.
Let this lady cook right
Go
now.
ahead,
Keep
go
going.
ahead.
Just that is not real.
Thank
is
you.
not real.
Shut up, Steve.
Be- because if you don't put the work in then, the work isn't going to get any easier later because you don't know what you're walking into because you don't know.
ChatGPT.
Use it to
is not
brainstorm.
Yes.
Don't use it to write.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
You need a quick little bio because someone's going to intro you.
Yeah.
Man, that stuff it made me sound so smart and so great. I'm like, geez, honey, I sent it to my husband. I was like, let me show you what just came out of this chat GPT. And this is my bio. This is what you're married to. You're welcome.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I mean, half it's like, it's real, but I'm just saying. So, but we can see through that. We can see through your bullshit.
She said we can. I'm glad you said it. Thank
Yes.
you so much for saying that.
So, but we love it. Like, I want to help, but I'm going to call you on it.
Yeah. What would you say? I'm curious.
Well, I've seen it.
John, what did I say to you when I
What
was
did
called
say
you?
to me?
When I
don't
called
know
you
a
on
lot.
it?
He said, I seen it.
Well,
What did
gotta
you
get
say?
deeper in your numbers. Like, well, you said a lot of stuff.
I was going to say, you asked
great.
them specifics. Like, well, this is an interesting. So your target market, you're saying, is someone between 18 to 27. How much disposable income did you see in that age group?
You should be ready to answer that question.
Mm-hmm.
If you know,
If that's your target market.
if that's your target market, you bet you right.
Yeah.
And what percentage of that target market are you looking to ascertain? And what's that going to equal to in revenue for you?
They be like acetate.
What's
Is that a
your competitive
deodorant?
set?
Is that a?
'Cause I'm sweating
It's
right
a butt
now.
deodorant. It's like acetate.
Who are your competitors?
Yes.
And a lot of times someone will take something, I don't know, let's say it's an axe throwing business, for example,
Right.
and you only look at other axe throwing business. Well, no, that is an
news.
entertainment dollar.
Yeah.
You better expand your scope of
Yeah.
how people want to.
If you want to take your kid, right, to
Yeah.
go and be entertained somewhere, it's not just axe throwing.
Yeah. I
It's,
mean, are you considering everything?
yeah.
Right.
You know,
Yeah. Movies.
And what's your you got to look in concentric circles and how many rooftops and all that information. It's available. It's out there, free. That
And that's the
information's
difference.
available.
That's the difference of people just using AI versus people that already know the business or know how to run a business to
Yeah.
say, hey, I'm using AI as a tool and not a primary.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm great with you using it as a tool. That's a great
Yeah.
starter.
Yeah.
But you need to build out.
Yeah. I'm with you 100%.
Yeah.
All right. We gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Did I mention it's past my bedtime?
Yes. Yeah. I fell asleep 3 times. I didn't even know it.
Thanks. I'm glad I was that interesting of a guest.
No, it wasn't you not being interesting. I heard everything you said. I just mastered as a business person how to take quick naps.
I didn't see your CPAP come out.
Right. You know, don't worry about it. It's internal. That one was internal. I was like this.
I see that
embedded. Right. Look, thank you guys so much. We really appreciated you coming. You coming through. Can you come back? Like Steve said, the door's open. Please come
Absolutely.
back. We helped so
Absolutely.
many people tonight. We've
Yeah.
been on a roll, Steve.
Yes.
Who's
I
next?
think we'd love to bring businesses and
Yeah.
Please.
have them
I would
talk
love that.
about it. you
Yo,
know?
I'm
Have them rake us
fine.
over to Kohl's.
Yeah, I was going to say, and even the
We'll bring
ones,
the ones.
to tell us what we could be doing better.
Yeah.
That's fine. We can't
Yeah.
improve a process that we.
Time for us to go ahead and have a live audience in here.
Oh,
Yeah.
a live. Yo, in the comments, give me a thumbs up if you're in the comments if you think we should have a live audience. That will be sick. Yo.
Price of entry is 1 bottle of Fiji water, by the way.
I tell you what, let's do this. When we're ready to do the live audience, right? Bring something for the homeless.
There you go.
There you go.
Bring something for the homeless.
Socks.
I was thinking socks. I was thinking hygiene products.
Yes.
Socks and hygiene products. When we're ready, we'll let you know when DETV and Del One will do a live podcast in studio to answer questions. Oh my God, can you imagine that?
Yes, I can.
Yeah.
He's like, I've been sitting here thinking about it for the past 5 minutes.
Yeah, he's been thinking about that. And all the mission is socks and hygiene products. That's sleep apnea.
At least one
Don't worry
Fiji
about
water.
All right. So that's a wrap. Another powerful packed episode, the Small Business and Innovation Podcast. Thank you for tuning. A huge thanks to Laura Wisler and my main man, Big John is what we're calling him, right? From the Delaware, from Del One Federal Credit Union, for pulling back. Thank you so much for pulling back the curtain on what it takes to secure funding, scale your business, and to bank with intention. If you're ready to take your business to the next level, the next step, visit del-one.org to connect directly with their team and to explore how they can support your goals. As always, you can catch this episode and more at detvch.com or wherever you see the stream or wherever social media you're on, we're there. And remember, when small businesses win, Delaware wins too. See you next time. Be sure to like, subscribe, and follow. And text the word biz to 810-796-1624. It's your main man, Big Ive. This is my main man, Steve. Tell him, Steve. The one they call. Laura, thank you for coming.
Of course, thank you.
Big John, blessings, my man. Thanks for coming. And you at home, thanks for watching. Make sure you tell another business owner that they can scale with good people. All right, that's it. Got no more for you. Mics are turned off. I'm tired, really tired. I'm fading away fast.